Hi guys, welcome to my channel, my very first video. My name's Tanya. I am 41 years old. I am a mom of 4 and I am here on a journey, on my own journey to lose weight, to get healthy, to have a better relationship with food, to learn how to fuel my body properly, how to move my body daily. Not sure how this is going to go yet. This video is not going to be polished. It's going to be very raw, and there's going to be a lot of ums. It might be all over the place. My apologies, and ahead of time, but that's what this is. It's real, raw, and I want to get it out there because honestly I need this space. I need this space more than I need to be perfect in making the videos and creating this content. So if you're here for perfection, sorry to disappoint, but I'm definitely not going to be your girl. But what I am going to be here for is to tell you the truth, to be as honest and raw as possible, to show you, my mess, and to show you, that I'm willing to try it again, that I might have a setback, but I will bounce right back up. So if it's something that interests you, then welcome. I've been struggling with my weight for as long as I can remember, since I was a child, I guess, because I always felt insecure. I always felt like I didn't belong, like I was too big. I took up too much space. And looking back at it now, it definitely was the weight issue. And I think it's just the time that I grew up in, the 80s and 90s, where parents told you how it was. They weren't really trying to be mean. They were doing the best they could, but it was something that being called little cute names, like chubby names, was a thing. We're Hispanic, and being called gordita was a thing. It seemed not harmful at that time, and they weren't trying to be malicious by saying it. It was supposed to be cute and endearing, but the long-term effect of it, really, I'm still trying to work through it. I was never bullied, or at least I don't think I was in grade school. Like, I remember jokes here and there about my weight, but it never was something that I felt like it was a big thing, even though looking back now, I think it was, because if it wasn't, I wouldn't still be thinking about it and dealing through all that. One of my cousins and I are very close. We're 2 years apart. We kind of grew up together. We were inseparable, like sisters, and she was very thin and like a stick. I remember comments from our family, which also is not a good thing. It doesn't matter which way it goes. And then I was the 0, so we were always a perfect 10, but it was because our weight, which, looking back, yeah, it was a joke and it was funny and it was cute and all that, but really it carried with us. It carried with me. It still does. And our food culture also, it made a big deal, or a big impact. It was, you would eat what was on your plate. You would finish it all. You didn't question what you were given, basically, and if you didn't eat it all, it was you're being rude and not appreciating what you had. My parents meant well, but having that diet culture, it started at a very young age. And, I've tried everything. You Slim Fast, Weight Watchers, Dr. Bernstein, the cabbage soup diet, and, low carbs, no carbs, Atkins, the South Beach diet, all those things were big when I was growing up, and I was introduced to them at a very young age, at a time when really you shouldn't be thinking about that stuff. I want to be able to change that mindset to not only help me, but I want to lead by example with my children. I have 4 children. We get a lot where it's like, oh, it runs in the family to be chubby, and it runs in the family to be bigger set. But it also runs in the family how, we have a weird relationship with food, and how, for me, food addiction is a big thing. And I'd never realized how bad it was until recently. Obviously I knew it was there, but I didn't realize how bad it was until I, kind of a side note here, which I will talk about in another video, but I went on Ozempic for almost 2 years, and now I'm coming off it because I can't afford it. And the addiction that I have for food and that food noise is real. We'll talk about that, another time. But yeah, it was, something that I grew up with, and I'm still trying to deal with all that. Learning how to eat to fuel my body so it can function properly, not because I'm bored or because I'm craving something. Cravings is a big thing for me. Craving sweets is a big thing for me. So I did it all for, the diets, and underneath it was all one belief that I needed to be smaller, that I'd be prettier, that I would be more lovable, that I would be enough if my weight was correct, which is very sad. Women are, they are supposed to fit into this mold, and it just doesn't work for everybody. And what we need to learn and teach our children, especially our girls, well, I guess it goes both ways. We need to teach our girls that, you need to love your body no matter what, and that's what is important. That's the number one thing. Because if you don't love yourself, then nobody else will love you properly or respect you. I compare myself constantly. I see other women and I think, oh my goodness, she's so pretty because she's so small. Look how tiny she is. I catch myself doing that a lot when I see women. She's so tiny. She's so tiny. And to me, in my head, because I'm short, I'm 4 feet 11 inches, so I'm really short. So when I carry that weight, you can definitely see it. And that in my head, that's what I always think about, that I should be that small, that tiny. All right, so you might see me in a different light because I figured maybe I should turn my ring light on so you can see I'm all new to this, and I will get better as I go on. I feel like I need to shrink myself to be acceptable, to fit in. That I feel like I should hide because I take up too much space, which I think goes back to, the 80s and the 90s, that kids should be seen and not heard, especially as a girl. I remember my grandma saying, don't laugh too loud because you don't want that attention on yourself. I feel inferior. I feel like people are always judging me. I feel like I'm a big fat fake. Like I don't deserve to be seen unless I was smaller, which is very sad that we as a culture have made that acceptable, to think that, you know, your worth as a human is based on the size you are. So that's why I'm making this channel. I want to be able to use this as an outlet to not only record my progress and record what I'm doing and, you know, keep myself accountable. I want to find others like myself who are looking into making that change, that are looking to have a community that will support and will be there to cheer you on, will be there to lend a helping hand, you know, to help you back up, because that's what we should be doing as women, cheering each other on and helping each other on. And that's what I want. So I want to document this. I want to have my progress. I want to have that community. I want to have that accountability with others like myself, because I know there is a lot of us out there, and sometimes it's so lonely. You feel like you're the only one going through these problems, but trust me, you're not. I'm here, and I hear you, I see you, and I will be there holding your hand. So yeah, I'm here. I'm doing this. I want to love myself. I want to feel worthy. I want to learn that I am enough, and to learn that I can take up that space, that it's okay to be seen and to be loud and for people to know you. I'm done with chasing being skinny. My whole life, that's what I wanted. You know, I wanted to be skinny. I wanted to be tiny. I wanted to, you know, look a certain way, but that's not what I want. I want to be comfortable in my own skin. I want to love myself. I want to show up for myself. I want to be healthy. I want to be able to, you know, be here in 20, 30 years, 40 years. Like, I'm only 41 right now. And that's what I want to do. That's why I'm on this health journey now, even though I've tried it in the past and I've always fallen back to my old habits. And I want to make those changes now where they're lasting changes. I don't want to do it just to, you know, to get to that end goal. I want to do it for the rest of my life. I'm chasing strength. I'm chasing peace and self-trust. I want to also lead by example to my children, to my girls, so they never have to feel the way I felt or deal with what I've had to deal, and to my boys, so they learn to respect women and not base the self-worth of women on their weight or anything like that, anything superficial. We're all worthy, and we're all worthy of love and respect. I definitely not here because I've figured it out, as you've already heard so far. I'm here because I want to figure it out, and I want to help others do the same. I want to use this space to get stronger, not skinnier, but stronger. I want peace. I want to trust myself, and I want to stop hiding. And like I said before, these videos are going to be raw. Some days I'll cry. Some days I'll come on the camera all sweaty and bloated, but proud because I did my workout for the day. You're going to see my workouts. You're going to see my mindset check-ins, my messy days, my good days. But I'll be honest, always, because that's what I want. I want to show how we can grow and become the person we want to be. And it's okay to be messy. It's okay to fall down and get back up. It's okay to have setbacks, but then, you know, you show up again for yourself. And I want to be able to keep those promises to myself, because those promises are important, just as important as the promises you make to other people. We always are okay with letting ourselves down, at least for me anyway. Sometimes I'll go out of my way so I don't let anybody else down, but I'm okay with letting myself down, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to also kind of talk about the community that I want to be able to build, because I want to have this community so we can support each other, so we can cheer each other on, so we can, like I said already, hold each other's hand if we need it, you know, have each other's back. But I don't want competition. The only person I want to compete with is myself, and I don't want to use compete. I want to use, instead, I want to be better than I was yesterday. You know, I want to learn from what didn't work, and I want to learn that, you know, that lesson, and then carry it forward by making it better, and just making myself better each and every day. If you've ever felt like you've had to shrink yourself to be loved, if you've ever had to, you know, sit out of a photo or at a party because of your size, and you cry because you feel so alone, I want to let you know that this is for you. This is for us. And I want you to know that it's not too late. I'm 41 and I'm just restarting. And I'm just learning things that, yes, maybe I should have learned back in my 20s. Maybe I should have learned them from my parents. And I didn't, and that's okay. It's never too late to learn new things. So let's do it. Let's do it one day at a time. Let's do it together. Let's have this community of like-minded women and men, anybody that wants to, you know, grow, that wants to be healthy, that wants to move their body every day, that wants to be able to, at, you know, 60, 70, 80, be strong and independent and have a very happy, active life. So that if you have kids, or if you don't have kids, or you have fur babies or whatever, you're able to go outside and enjoy that time with your loved ones. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.